Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you've been having a good week and that you had a good weekend. And today we are going to be covering the case of Susan Powell. I've been following it for a while. I listened to the wonderful podcast Cold, which is specifically devoted to the case of Susan Powell and her disappearance, probable murder, unfortunately. If you haven't listened to that, I would suggest you do so, because I can only go so in depth in a tarot reading. If you want all of the background information on who was involved, what happened, please go listen to the Cold podcast. It's truly amazing. Anyway, so basically, Susan, she got into a pretty abusive and controlling marriage with her husband Josh, and they had 2 sons. Josh's father was also obsessed with Susan and wanted to break her and Josh up so that he could be with her. And Josh's brother Michael is also pretty suspicious. Josh eventually did die. He burned he and his 2 sons alive in their house, set a fire, so we can't ask him any questions about, if he was the one who killed her. All that we do know is that he took Susan and their 2 sons apparently on a camping trip in the middle of winter, and they returned home without Susan. I believe the son said something about her staying where the crystals are. I could be wrong about that, but unfortunately the 2 sons were very young, so even if they had lived, I don't think that they would have, unfortunately be much help in terms of the investigation. There have been several attempts to find her. The most recent, I believe, was last year, where they thought they had found Susan's remains in a mine, but unfortunately it was not her. So that's about where we are now in terms of the case. So I'm going to be using the Dark Mansion Tarot and the Teddy Bear Tarot, the Thai version from Tivada. It's amazing. It's one of my new favorite decks. And I'm just gonna see what comes out about the situation, if we're ever going to find her. Were all 3 of the men responsible? Was only one of them responsible? We'll see what comes out. And Michael did, the brother, he did commit suicide also. So he is not available for any questions either. At least not, in terms of being alive. see what comes out in the reading. And as usual, please like and subscribe to this channel. Click the bell for notifications. Please leave case suggestions or just other things that you might want me to do on this channel in the comments below. I also offer private readings, $30 for 15-minute private unlisted video reading if you would like to get one. Like I said, please leave a comment below and we'll figure that out. Okay, hopefully I have shuffled the Dark Mansion enough. I'm going to be starting with that one. Ooh. Already the Lovers is popping out. I'll try to remember to do a close-up of each card. The Devil. The Two of Cups. The Moon. The Three of Pentacles. And the Four of Swords. So already, with all the major arcana, I'm getting, a lot of secretive energy, temptation with the Devil. Two of Cups, I believe that is Susan and Josh. The Lovers, even though that is a woman peeking, spying on them, I'm taking that to be the father, or the father-in-law, Josh's father, not Susan's father. As far as we know, Susan's father is a perfectly decent guy. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I think all three men were in on it. I think the father was the one in charge. I think he was the one who was trying to figure out how to, get rid of her, because, Josh did not have a good marriage with her, but, he obviously wasn't going to let Susan go and, push her to be with his dad, which Susan didn't want anyway. She was super creeped out by the father. It wasn't some sort of forbidden love thing. So I think the dad was plotting how to get rid of her, and Josh and the brother were both in on it. And the Four of Swords, I think that that's her on the other side mourning the death of her sons and just how badly things turned out. I'm just really getting the feeling that the father was the main instigator of this, especially with the devil coming out. He was so tempted by the thought of being with her, but also the knowledge that that would never happen, that he decided that, nobody should get to have her. I'm going to do another pull of Dark Mansion, and then we'll move to the teddy bear. Because I want to get a better idea of if she'll ever be found, if there's ever going to be a break in this case. If so, where might they find her? I think I forgot to mention earlier, but of course this reading is just for entertainment and to maybe get some increased awareness for her case. Please do not approach any law enforcement officers with anything that you might have gotten from my reading on her. They get so many false leads, I'm sure, in both this case and other cases. I don't want to add to that. I just want to, do this to hopefully get some awareness, spread some awareness. Okay, let's do one last pull. Ace of Swords. Three of Cups. Ooh, that Three of Pentacles coming back out. Nine of Cups. The Hermit. And the King of Cups. So with this pull, I'm actually thinking that Three of Pentacles are, investigators and, other detectives and stuff. That's them trying to figure out, with their map where she might be located. With the Three of Cups and the Ace of Swords, I am feeling that they're going to be celebrating because they did find her body somewhere, especially with that Ace of Swords. It looks like the bottom it looks kind of like a grave, a tombstone. So I am feeling like they are going to find her. But I'm not getting that they're going to be able to figure out who was actually responsible for her death. If it was Josh or the father or Michael or all three of them. With the Hermit and the King of Cups, they're both old men. I feel like this is going to be a case that it's just kind of going to be unfinished in some way, and it's going to be haunting the law enforcement and other private investigators as to, what really happened. And I think that this Nine of Cups I think that's the father, and he's, beyond the grave. He's going to be just smugly knowing that he got away with it. But let's see what the teddy bears have to say. I know it's strange to follow up Dark Mansion with teddy bears, but I feel like this deck is a very honest deck. Even though it's teddy bear themed or bear themed, however you want to think about it, it doesn't shy away from the truth. Okay, I think that's enough. We have the Four of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, see if we can get that a little better in the frame there. The Queen of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, she hasn't quite moved on yet. She's still grieving. The loss of her two kids, especially in the Five of Swords. Her spirit is still lingering here, I feel. And that Three of Wands with the ship sailing in the background, I feel like she's stuck. She's watching the world move on, but her spirit is still here. Her body hasn't been found. She hasn't been laid to rest. Her case hasn't been solved. Things are just very unfinished and sad for her right now. Okay, where can they find you, Susan? Where can they find your body? Is it in a mine? Is it in a river? Is it somewhere it's been checked out already and it just wasn't discovered, or somewhere else entirely? Okay, let's see what comes up. Nine of Wands. Four of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. The Lovers. Knight of Wands. And the Ten of Cups. But at least I'm seeing a happy ending with that Ten of Cups. She is going to be reuniting with her children once she passes on. Unfortunately, she may also be reuniting with Josh in the afterlife. But at least from the cards that I'm getting here, it might be an improved version of Josh, where he has, moved on from all the trauma he endured as a child. Again, listen to the Cold podcast. You'll learn all about his upbringing. So it might be a healed version of Josh. I don't know if they live near a desert or anything, but especially with this Nine of Wands, with that bandage, I'm thinking that maybe, he thought she was dead, and he, maybe she had a significant head wound, and that she, might have actually traveled, been able to walk a little ways away, try to get herself to safety, but she might have died a little bit further away from where the crime possibly would have thought to have been, in terms of a location. I'm gonna do one more pull, because I'm still not getting anything about where she could be, except for maybe traveling a little bit nearby. So let's do one more shuffle. Of course, if you guys see anything different in the cards, please write something below. Okay, Knight of Cups, the Moon. Sorry if you hear anything outside. There's a lot of construction going on as usual. Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, so this might be completely off the mark, but between all of the wands and traveling energy in the previous pull and the same coming out in this pull, lots of wands, but also cups. she might have, and forgive me if this sounds ridiculous, but she might have, like, either been placed in or gotten caught in some sort of dam. I don't know if that's been checked. But I'm getting definite water dam energy. I don't know what that situation would do with remains. If she's, perhaps, if there's still some DNA left in the wood part of the dam, or if she unfortunately sank in the water. But I wouldn't be surprised if they found her in or near a water dam of some kind. So that's what I'm getting for where her body might be located. At least it seems like, even if there won't be complete justice in this case, I'm getting the feeling that eventually her body will be found and she'll be able to cross over and reunite with her children, and have a happier life wherever we go after death. I really hope that's true. From everything I've heard, she was a wonderful, very sweet woman, an amazing mom, and I think she deserves to have some sort of existence where she can, be a lot happier than she was in life. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next video. I think I'm actually just gonna go ahead and record another one now, because I know last week's video was a little short. So I'll be seeing you soon. Bye.